All right, what is up, everyone? We are going to do the Dave Gardner New Year's Day kicking contest, but I'm going to use the 1989 card set to do it. That's the season I've been trying to replay. I'm about 2/3 of the way through week 3 right now. So let me run through the kickers that you're going to have in this thing. Dave, I will say, Dave, I got the rules right here. I printed out. I took a screenshot when you held them up to the screen, and then I printed them out. So I've got the rules in front of me. And let me run through the kickers here. So for Atlanta, we've got Greg Davis. For the Saints, we've got the great Morton Anderson. That guy was really good. For San Francisco, you've got Mike Kofer right here. Playing for the Redskins, you've got Chip Lowmiller. Yep. Playing for the Eagles, we've got Roger Ruzek. Playing for the Raiders, you've got Jeff Jaeger, or as I always like to call him, Jeff Jaeger. He's exactly 11 years younger than my sister, in case you're wondering. Nick Lowry for the Chiefs, who is, I should just do that. He's 4 years and 1 day younger than my mom. I should just do that for everybody. No, I shouldn't. For Seattle, you've got Norm Johnson. Come on, Norm. For the Broncos, we've got David Treadwell. For the Rams, we've got Mike Lansford. I think he used to wear those like goggles, like glasses that look like goggles under his helmet. For the Bears, you've got Kevin Butler. For the Detroit Lions, we've got it looks like 33-year-old Eddie Murray. Went on to play baseball for the Orioles and the Indians, I think. It's probably not the same one. For the Bengals, you've got Jim Breach. The one that I'm rooting for, obviously, for the Browns, you've got Matt Barr. For the Steelers, we've got Gary Anderson. For the New England Patriots, we've got Jason Starofsky. For the Dolphins, we've got Pete Stoyanovich. Oh, he's 22 years old at this time. He might be the youngest kicker in the contest. Let's go the other way. For the Jets, we've got Pat Leahy, who, Dave, I think might have been in your contest with your, 1976 cards. He is, at the time of this game, this contest, he is, in 1989, he is 38 years old. Oh, and then we've got one of the saddest cases in the contest. We got for the Buffalo Bills, Scotty Norwood. I can't remember if it's wide left or wide right, but, we know that. For the Colts, we've got Dean Biasucci. For the Green Bay Packers, we've got Chris Jackie. Oh, he's a young one, too. He's 23. For the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, we've got Donald Igwebuike. And for the San Diego Chargers, we've got Chris Barr. So we've got actually two sets of brothers here. We've got Matt Barr and Chris Barr. And then we have another one coming up. So for Minnesota, we've got Rich Carlos. For the Giants, we've got Raul Alegre. Rich Carlos and Raul Alegre, in case you're wondering. Only about 3 weeks apart in age. There you go. And then we've got one of my favorites for the Phoenix Cardinals, the recently played Al Del Greco-Roman Wrestling. And finally, the other set of brothers we've got Tony Zendejas. And he plays for who? The Houston Oilers. And for the Cowboys, his youngest brother, Luis Zendejas. So there you go. There's your lineup for this thing. Let me put the bars and the Zendejas together to make it easier on their mom, who I'm sure, both their moms who are in the crowd wearing those split, one team jersey. It probably says Bar or Zendejas on the back. So let me go ahead then and mix these up. I'm just going to shuffle them like we're shuffling a deck of cards here. All right. And then we're going to put the Bars and the Zendejas on the back. And we are going to start with David Treadwell. I've got my scorebook right here. I've got my little tab marked on point after touchdown in the fourth quarter. Let me run through the rules real quick. All kicks come from the fourth quarter column. Round 1 is going to be an extra point. Round 2 is a 24-yard field goal, so we're just going to move this one to the left and kick it from the 7-yard line. Then in round 3, each kicker gets a mulligan. I love those on the golf course. And we're going to roll a D10, which I have right here, ready for that. And that will determine the length of the kick for each kicker. And then let's see. So we're kicking it in the 10 to 19 column, right? Yeah, the 10 to 19 column. And we're gonna add that number. Round 4, again, D10. Round 5, a D10. We're just moving one way, one column to the right as we go. So go to the 9, 10 to the 19, 20 to 29, 30 to 39, and finally 40 to 49 as we go. And if there's no clear winner, the remaining kickers just repeat round 5 until we have a winner. Blocks, rare plays are considered misses, and we are ignoring penalties and injuries for obvious reasons. Although I think it might be fun. We've got a bunch of KAs here. I think it'd be kind of fun to do a bunch of the same contest with all the KBs just to see how bad it would be. We'd probably get some quarterbacks in there. It'd be kind of fun. All right, anyway, here we go. So we're going to start with David Treadwell, kicking an extra point. Treadwell with the extra point is 42. That is a 19, and 19 is good, so Treadwell stays in. Jason Storofsky of the Patriots, 15. 15 is a 5, and that is good. When I'm playing the game, I always just assume doubles, and anything that ends in 5 is good, but I'm going to check them this time for the most part. Gary Anderson of the Steelers is up next. 45. See, that's a 19. We know 19 is good. Raul Allegre of the Giants. 26. Oh, that's a 20. Oh, and it's good. Just got that one inside the left crossbar. Nick Lowry of the Kansas City Chiefs. 23. Oh, that's a yucky roll. 21. And that is no good. And wait, did I do that right? Yeah, 23, 21. Nick Lowry, the first person. I would have said he was going to go a long way, too. Oh, poor Nick Lowry. Oh, Dartmouth. You're not making Dartmouth proud, Nick. Oh, it's so sad. So we'll move him over there. Next up is Mike Kofer. Mike Kofer with a 56. That is a 20, and a 20 is good. And then we have Morton Anderson. 15. That's a 19. We already know 19 is good. We go to Greg Davis of the Atlanta Falcons. 61. That's a 20. We know 20 is good. We know 19 and 20 are good. Looks like we're hitting a lot of those. Now we're on to my favorite, Al Del Greco, Roman Wrestling. Phoenix Cardinals representative. 41. Oh, 42. That is going to be good. On to Donald Igwebuike. Oh, and 11. 11 is a 38. And you know a 38 is good. So Tampa Bay happy. Jim Breach of the Cincinnati Bengals. Another 11. 2 straight. That's a 7. And that is good. Chip Lowmiller of the Washington Redskins. Let's make it 3 in a row. 54. That's going to be a penalty. But extra points, I already know this from the game. Extra points, if there's ever a penalty, 35 or 36, it's always good TM, good TM. So these are all good. And I will verify good TM. Yeah, so he's good. So Lowmiller continues. Mike Lansford of the LA Rams. 56. 56 is a 7, and a 7 is good. Rich Carless, Denver Broncos. Ooh, 13. 13 is a 5, and a 5 is good. Norm Johnson. Come on, Norm. 25. 25 is a 5, which we know is good. So Norm moves on. Eddie Murray of the Lions. I'm pretty sure he's the oldest participant. I'll keep an eye on the dates, the year. 1956. That's a year right there. That's 30. Actually, he's only 33 years old. I might have got that wrong earlier. He's 33. So 31 is a 5. We know that's good. Kevin Butler of the Bears. 15. 15 is a 5. We know that's good. Jeff Jaeger, or as I used to call him as a kid, Jeff Jaeger. 66. That's a 39, and that is right down the middle. Roger Ruzek of the Eagles. 12. Ooh, 12. A 26. A 26 is good. Chris Jackie of the Green Bay Packers. 16. 16 is a 40, and a 40 is good. Dean Biasucci of the Colts. 24. 40. We just had that. That's good. Scotty Norwood. Right down the middle. He says, I ain't missing anything wide on either side. Right down the middle. Pat Leahy. Oh, he's the one that was the oldest. Yeah, he's 38, 1951. If I see a 1949 or 1950, I'll be surprised. But Leahy at 1951, he's definitely the oldest. All right, so Leahy. 55. That's a 5, and we know 5 is good. Pete Stoyanovich. 15 for Stoyanovich is an 18, and that is good. Matt, okay, we're getting into the brothers. Down to the last 4. We got the Bars and the Zendayhasses. So Matt Barr is first. A 62. That is a 42, and that is good. Then we get the Chris Barr. 16. 16 is a 22, and a 22 is good. Luis Zendayhas. 43. Oh, a 43. Oh, no, that's a 34. And that is an F8. That is no good. Oh, one of the Zendayhasses is already out. So that's a fumble, and we're saying that fumbles, blocks, rare plays, all that is no good. So Luis Zendayhas exits the contest, leaving older brother Tony to pick it up for the family. Tony lines up 42, 39, and he makes it. So in that round, we lost 2. We lost Nick Lowry and Dallas's Luis Zendayhas. And somewhere Jerry Jones looked for someone to fire. And sorry, boys, you're out. We're down to, I believe they were 2018, so we're down to 26. And let's move now to the 24-yard field goal. So that is a field goal from the 7-yard line and in. And we will start with Denver's David Treadwell. All right, so Treadwell, let me move that mouse out of the way there. There we go. So David Treadwell starts us off. 24-yard field goal. 64 is a 19. And a 19 is good. So Treadwell nails it. Jason Starofsky of New England. 34. That's going to be a penalty. Oh, that's a 31. 31. And that is good. Oh, good TM. If that's the second and third quarter, he's out. But that is good. Starofsky stays in. Gary Anderson of the Steelers. 55. That should be good. 39. It absolutely is. All those numbers 37 and above, those are good. Same with 1 through 5. Those are also good. All right. Raul Alegre of the Giants. 20. And a 20 is good. What about 19 and 20? Those come up a lot. So those are both good also. Okay. So 19 and 20, 1 through 5, 37 and down. Those are all good. Those are the numbers we're going to hit the most. So Mike Kofer of the 49ers. 44. That is a 5, and that is good. Morton Anderson of the New Orleans Saints. 64. Oh, that's a 20, and we just said it, right? A 20 is good? Yes, it is. Greg Davis of the Atlanta Falcons. Oh, a 66. He's nailing that down the middle. 38. That's good. Al Del Greco. Phoenix Cardinals. 65 for Del Greco. 41. And a 41 is good. Donald Igwebuike of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 21. That is a 20. And we know that's good. We just talked about it. Jim Breach of the Cincinnati Bengals. 35. 35 is a 9, and a 9 is good. Chip Lowmiller of the Washington Redskins. They should have kept the football team. Washington football team sounds so much better than Commanders. Oh, 43 is not. 33, that is bad. 33, he is out. It's an F8, and Chip Lowmiller. Oh, Chip, we hardly knew ya. Oh, it's 6'3". Wow, he's a big kicker. 213. Holy cow. He's out. All right, Mike Lansford in the game. And he's kicking. Oh, 32. 32 is a 41. A 41 is good. Rich Karlis of the Minnesota Vikings. That would have been the guy I guess played for Denver. I think he had just left Denver and went to Minnesota. Minnesota. So Rich Karlis. 35. 35 is a 5, and that is good. All right. Norm Johnson. Norm Johnson from the Seattle Seahawks. A 61. That is a 20, and we know that's good. Eddie Murray of the Detroit Lions. 31. 31 is a 5, and 5 is good. Kevin Butler of the Chicago Bears. 61. That's a 19, and a 19 is good. Jeff Jager of the LA Raiders. 66, leaving no doubt that he is good. Roger Ruzek, Philadelphia. 23. 23 is a 27. And a 27 is no good. And Roger Ruzek, please exit the building. Oh, Roger Ruzek. Yeah, it's too bad. He's out. Chris Jackie of the Green Bay Packers. Let's keep these separate here. So Chris Jackie of the Green Bay Packers kicks, and 22. 22 is a 3. That's good. Dean Biasucci. Biasucci with a 36. That's a 40, and we know 40 is good. All those high numbers are good. I still don't know why APBA felt the need to add that 37 to 42 column that they have for all these kicking. I'm not sure if they needed more variety or why they did that, but it's interesting to me. Scott Norwood of Buffalo. Come on, Scotty. You do it, buddy. 34. 34 is a 35, and that is good. Oh, 36 is no good. But for him, that's a 35, and that is down the middle. So Norwood stays in. Making it interesting, though. Pat Leahy's up the bat. Pat Leahy on the sideline checking out his AARP card. Comes in to kick. 15, and 15 is a 5, and he nails it. All right, Pete Stoyanovich. Dolphins, 56. 42 is good. All right, we get to the Bar boys. Matt Barr first. 66, Matt Barr nails it. Get to Chris Barr of the San Diego Chargers. 45. 19 is good. And Chris Barr nails it. The remaining Zendejas, our last competitor from the 24 yards. Field goal. 52, 26. Oh, no. Oh, and he is out. It says 3. 3. Good. Let's see if I can do this here. Let's see if we can do this right there. Oh, it's not gonna work, is it? I hate when this happens. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Anyway, it says 3. Good. But we're kicking from the 7, and the 7, as we know, is it's bigger than 3 according to math. So that is no good. And both Zendejas boys go home early before they get their mulligans. Wow, that is very unexpected. And Mom is throwing a fit. She thinks it's rigged. In that round, we lose Roger Ruzek, Chip Lowmiller, and Tony Zendejas. So we've lost 3 of our 4 NFC East with just Phoenix and who else is in that division? Philly, Washington, Dallas. Oh, the Giants. Who's the Giants kicker? I just played with him a minute ago. Raul Alegre is the only 2 people left in that conference. All right, now we get fun here. Now we get into the third round, which is each kicker rolling a D10, and they're going to try from the third column. Third column, the 10 to 19 columns. Let me just move this to here. And each kicker also gets a mulligan. So we're going to start with David Treadwell. David Treadwell. I don't know why treadmill was on my head. Ugh, gross. I have hoodies right here hanging on a treadmill. You can't really see the treadmill because of all the hoodies. All right, so David Treadwell. All right, let's see what his distance is. It's going to be 17 plus 2. I got that wrong. It's going to be 27 plus 2. So it's a 29-yard field goal, meaning he's going to kick it from the 12. Yeah, so he's going to kick it from the 12-yard line. We'll just leave the 2 up there. All right, so David Treadwell goes first. Denver, kicking it from the 12. 32. 41. And that is good. He just makes it. So Treadwell moves on. All right, Jason Starofsky of the Patriots is next. All right, Starofsky. And oh, it's a long one. It's a 35-yarder. Kicking it from the 18. Yeah, add 10 to that. So kicking it from the 18-yard line. All right, Starofsky, 64. That's a 19. And that is good. So Starofsky moves on. Down to Gary Anderson of the Steelers. Gary Anderson, 4. So he's kicking it from the 14. It's a 31-yard field goal. 35 for Gary Anderson is a 5. And a 5 is good. Okay. So we're 3 for 3 here. Raul Alegre. Kicking it from the 10. He gets an easy one. He gets a 27-yarder. Alegre, 55, and he is going to nail it. 39, and that is good. He nails it. All right. Over to Mike Kofer of the 49ers. Kofer. He's going to kick it from the 13. It's a 30-yarder from Mike Kofer. 45, and 45 is a 19, and 19 is good. Okay. Morton Anderson from the Saints. Morton Anderson. He's going to kick it from the 11-yard line. It's a 28-yard field goal. 26 for Morton. 41 is going to be good. So Morton Anderson moves on. So we're doing pretty well here. We haven't lost anyone yet. Yeah, okay. So Greg Davis of the Atlanta Falcons is next. And it's an easy one. He's a 10-yarder. So this is from the 10. This is a 27-yarder. And that is a 42 for Davis. That's a 39, and a 39 is good. So Davis nails it. Al, Del, Greco-Roman Wrestling. It's from the 11-yard line, and it's a 28-yard field goal. 62 is a 9. And a 9 is good. All right, so Del Greco. So they're making pretty easy of these, a little bit longer of a field goal. On to Donald Igwebuike of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And it's an 11. I'm rolling a lot of low numbers, too. So this is an easy. This is a 28-yarder. So Igwebuike, a 7. And a 7 is good. Jim Breach, Cincinnati Bengals. 30. That's a 13. He's going to kick a 30-yarder. 16 for Breach. Oh, a 42. Oh, no. Oh, it says 15 good, and he's at the 13, so he's good. I almost said Carney Lansford. Mike Lansford of the LA Rams. Let's see what he gets. So he gets a 15. He gets a 32-yarder. 61. That's a 19, and we know 19 is good, right? Yes, it is. 19 and 20 are both good. Don't matter what the yard line is. They are good. Rich Carlos of the Minnesota Vikings is next. And oh, he gets a 19. He gets a 36-yarder. He's got the long one. He's got the longest field goal here. So Rich Carlos, 13. That's a 5, but a 5 is automatically good. Don't matter the yard line. Norm Johnson. Come on, Norm. Seattle Seahawks. He's got the long one, too. 19, another 36-yarder. Did I say 35 last time? 36-yarder. Here we go. Norm. Oh, Norm. Norm says, I don't care how long it is. That's a 3, and that is good. Eddie Murray, Detroit Lions. Murray, it's a 6, so it's going to be a 33-yarder. And from the 16, 25, that is a 5, and 5 is automatically good. Don't matter the yard line, like I said. Kevin Butler, Chicago. 8. Oh, he's got a long one, 35 yards from the 18. 64 for Butler is a 19, and a 19 is good. Jeff Jager. Why are these guys better from here than they are extra point range? All right, Jeff Jager from the 14. It's a 31-yarder. 62 for Jager. Oh, it's a 41, but a 41 is good. Chris Jackie of the Green Bay Packers. He's kicking a 34-yarder from the 17. 52. Oh, 22. Uh-oh. 22 is no. Oh, it's good from the 16. It's just short, and Chris Jackie misses. But he's got a mulligan. He's going to kick it again. Here we go, Chris Jackie. 51, that is a 5, and a 5 is good. So let's kind of separate these guys a little bit. I think, Dave, when you did this, you were using the mulligan guys first when you got to the next round, so that's what I'll do. Dean Biasucci. Oh, he's got an easy one. He's from the 10. 61 is 19, and 19 is going to be good. Scotty Norwood. Come on, Scotty. It's an 11. It's from the 11. It's a 28-yarder. 25 for Norwood. That's a 19, and we know 19 is good. Pat Leahy. The old man. Oh, they give him the short one, too. 10. It's a 27-yarder. Leahy. It's up, and it is good. It's good from 15 in. He's at the 10, so he's good. Pete Stoyanovich. Oh, another one from the 10. Guys are getting easy ones. 46 is a 41, and that's going to be good. And finally, we get to the bars. We got Matt and Chris. Start with Matt. Matt is an 8. Matt is the younger brother, yeah. So he gets a long one here. 18 plus 17. 35-yard field goal for Matt Barr. 12. Oh, no. 12 is a 22. Oh, no. And Matt Barr misses. It's good from 16 in, but he's at the 18. So it's time to use that mulligan. 62. Oh, 42. Oh, no. 42 is good from 15 in. He's at the 18. He misses both of them. So my favorite player, the guy I was rooting for, Matt Barr, Cleveland Browns. And the Cleveland Browns let me down yet again. Over to his brother, Chris, older brother, 36 years old when this is happening. Let's check his 14. So that's good because that 42 is 15 and in. So that's good. That's what you're looking for there. So Chris Barr, 45. That is a 19, and 19 is good. And what did we lose in that round? We lost Matt Barr, the only kicker we lost. And then we got two guys who used one guy who used mulligan. I thought there were two. I feel like there were two, and I didn't put them on top. Well, we're going to continue on. Chris Jackie, the only guy who didn't use a mulligan. Or I'm sorry, the only guy who did use a mulligan is Chris Jackie. And we are going to move to the 20 to 29-yard line column. This is going to be a length of 37 to 46 yards. And we are going to start with the guy that doesn't have a mulligan anymore, and that is Chris Jackie. And he is going to kick from the 23. It's a 40-yard field goal. 53 for Chris Jackie. That is a 5. And a 5 is good. So he continues on. All right. Going to go to David Treadwell now. Denver. And he gets an easy one. He's going to kick from the 21-yard line. That's a 38-yard field goal. 16. Oh, it's a 41, and that is 23 and in and good. He's at the 21, so it's going to count. Got lucky there, Dave. Patriots. Jason Starofsky is next. And that is going to be a kicking from the 26. It's a 43-yard field goal. I feel like we're getting to the range now where these 1989 kickers struggle. At least when I play, they miss a lot of these. So Starofsky from the 26. 26 on the roll is a 40. Oh, wow. 40 is good from 26 in, and he is right at the 26. The ball goes just over the crossbar, and he continues on. Gary Anderson of Pittsburgh. He's kicking it from the 25, so it's a 42-yarder. 56 for Anderson. That is a 7. And that is in from 22, but he's at 25, so it is no good. Getting out the old mulligan here for Gary Anderson. 31, that's a 5, and a 5 is good, but he's out of mulligans now. Over to Raul Allegre. What's eating Raul? That's going to be from the 27. That's a 44-yard field goal for Raul. Okay. 46, that's a 20, and that is no good. It's good from 26 in. He's at the 27, so Raul comes up just short. 33, though, on his next try. That is a 39. And 39 is right down the middle. That is good, but he's out of mulligans. All right, we're starting to get him down a little bit here. Mike Kofer is next of the 49ers. They say Jerry Rice is on the sideline cheering him on. I guess they're best friends. I'm making all that up in my head. This is going to be from the 25. It's a 42-yard field goal. Mike Kofert. Oh, 63 is not good. 31 is no good with a penalty, but we are not doing penalties. That is no good. Kofert gets his second try. A 66. 18. And that is nailed, but he's out of mulligans. Over to Morton Anderson from the Saints. He's going to be kicking from the 20. It's a 37-yard field goal. It's a formality with Morton Anderson. 19 is... Wait, is 19 good auto or not? No, 19 is good from 28 in, so he's good. Most guys are going to be good from that range. So over to Greg Davis of the Atlanta Falcons. 19 and 20 are both no longer automatic like they were. 19 is 28 and in, and 20 is 26 and in. So we got to keep an eye on that. So Greg Davis is going to kick it from the 22. It's a 39-yarder. 36 for Davis is a 41. That is 23 and in is good. He just makes it over the crossbar, and he will move on. Over to Al Del Greco-Roman Wrestling. And that is a 424. He's going to kick a 41-yarder. 66, Al Del Greco. 39, and 39 is automatic. Igwebuike. All right, that's a 0 for Igwebuike. So he's kicking it from the 20. That's a 37-yarder. Oh, 32. Ooh, 32 is not good. 41. 41 is 23 and in and good, and he's at the 20, so he continues on. Jim Breach. Jim Breach. Oh, he's got a tough one. He's kicking it from the 29. It's a 46-yarder for Jim Breach. 43. Oh, no. 43 is a 34. That's an F9. No good. Uses his mulligan. 54. 35. And that is going to be no good. And Jim Breach is out. We lost another one. Jim Breach is out of the contest. He slaps his money down. That's it. I'm out. Kramer style. And we're going to move on. Mike Lansford. Mike Lansford. Oh, he's got a long one. 28. That's going to be a 45-yarder. And that is a 13. That is a 19. And that is good from 28 in. He just ticks it over the crossbar. And he continues on. Rich Carlus. Denver Broncos. Or Minnesota Vikings. And he's going to kick a 26 yards. So he's kicking a 43-yarder. So Carlus from 26. 53 is a 5. And 5 is auto good. Norm Johnson. Norm Johnson from the 24-yard line. It's a 41-yarder. 22 for Norm. That should be good. It's a 5. It's good. Norm, don't worry about this. He knows what he's doing. Eddie Murray. Detroit Lions. Oh, from the 20. He gets an easy one. 37-yarder. 44. Yep, Eddie Murray again. No problem. 39 is auto, right? 39 is auto. Doesn't have the yard line? Yeah. So he's good. Kevin Butler. Another easy one. Kevin Butler for the Bears. 12, though. 12 is a 9. Oh, look at that. 9 is a 21 and in good. And luckily he's at the 20. So he's good. All right. Jeff Jagger. 23-yard line. That's a 40-yarder. 66 for Jeff Jagger. That's a 39, and that's good. Dean Biasucci. That's a 24. That's a 41-yarder. 42. That's a 5, and we know 5 is good. Scotty Norwood. I'm rooting for Scotty Norwood. Oh, man. He gets a 9, though. Oh, he gets a rough one. It's from the 29-yard line. That's a 46-yarder for Norwood. 66 for Norwood. He doesn't mind. He is not having Super Bowl flashbacks at all. Pat Leahy. That might have been this year. I don't even know. Pat Leahy now. Again, comes off. He's eating some soup. You know, he's talking to his grandkids. He comes in. He's going to say, I'll kick a 42-yard field goal. He gets a 5. It's a 42-yarder. That's no problem. 13. 13 is a 19. 19 is 28 in, right down the middle. A little short, but right down the middle. Stojanovic, second to last competitor in this round. All right, he's kicking it from the 23. So it's a 40-yarder. 46 for Pete. 41, that's 23 and in is good, and he's at the 27. Actually, it's a 44. No, that was a 3. Yeah, so he's good. I'm pretty sure I got that right. If I didn't, sorry. But he's good. He's kicking it from 23 and in, that was good, and he's at the 23. And now we go to Chris Barr. Oops, not that one. This one. All right, Chris Barr with a 4, so he's from the 24 and in. So Chris Barr. 13, that's a 19, and a 19 is good. We lose one competitor in that round. We lose Jim Breach of the Cincinnati Bengals. We have Chris Jackie, Gary Anderson, Raul Allegre, and Mike Kofer all without mulligans. Everybody else is moving on. How many players are left here? What is that, 5? 6. Oh, 7. So we've lost 7. So we're down to 21 teams. And we're going to start with our guys that don't have mulligans left, starting with Chris Jackie of the Green Bay Packers. And we are moving now to the 30 to 39 yard line. So we're going to be kicking between 47 and 56 yards. If we get through this with 5 people still left, I'll be surprised. So here we go. Starting with Chris Jackie, it's a 4. He's kicking it from the 34. That means it is a 51-yard field goal for Chris Jackie. No mulligans left. 22. Chris Jackie puts a foot on it. It's good from 35 and in, and he's at the 34, so he's good. He moves on. Gary Anderson, and he's kicking it from the 31. So it's a 48-yard field goal for Gary Anderson. 24. 24 is a 40, and a 40 is no good. Gary Anderson, you're out of the contest. Raul Allegre is up next of the New York Giants. 7. Oh, he's kicking it from the 37. It's a 54-yarder for Raul Allegre with no mulligans left. 31. That's a 19. And a 19 is no longer good. That is no good. And Raul Allegre is out of the contest. And they're dropping like flies. Mike Kofer. So he's kicking it from the 33. It's a 50-yard field goal from Mike Kofer. And that is a 51. That is a 5. And that's good from 31 and in. And he is not 31 and in. He's at the 33. And he is out also. So now we're down to the people that who still have their mulligans left. And there's a lot of them here. We've got 17 players still have mulligans. So here we go. Treadwell first. Treadwell from the 31. It's a 48-yard field goal for David Treadwell, the Denver Broncos. 41, that's a 41, and that is no good. But he gets a second chance. 45, that's a 40, and that is no good. And David Treadwell of the Denver Broncos, we hardly knew you. You are out. Next up is New England's Jason Starofsky. The only guy still in is Chris Jackie, and he's made the last 2 rounds with no mulligans left. We got Chris Jackie still left. Jason Starofsky. He's kicking from the 31. It's a 48-yarder. 45 for Starofsky is a 19, and a 19 is no good. So he's got a second chance. 65. Oh, no. 20. And that is also no good. And Starofsky, New England Patriots, we hardly knew ya. He is out. Over to Morton Anderson. New Orleans Saints. Chris Jackie's staying on the sideline. Loving every minute of this. We've lost like 6 straight here, 5 straight in this round. So at the 35, that's going to be a 52-yarder for Morton Anderson. 61, that's a 7, and a 7 is no good. So Anderson again. 32. 32 is a 9, and a 9 is also no good. Sorry, Mort. You're gone. Greg Davis. Greg Davis is now kicking. He's kicking it from the 33. It's a 50-yarder for the Atlanta Falcons. 54, that is a 35, and that is blocked. That is no good. He's got his mulligan, though. 63 is never a good roll. That's a 10, and a 10 is no good. And Greg Davis just joined the list of guys walking off the field. We've had one successful out of like the first 8 or 9. Al Del Greco, Roman wrestling, of the Phoenix Cardinals. He's kicking it from the 35. It's a 52-yarder for Al Del Greco. 32, 22, and that is no good, and no one's making these kicks. This is what I suffer through when I play this game. 24 is a 7, no good. So, Al Del Greco, you're out. This is what I suffer through when I play this game. 1989, I feel like the field goal kickers should be good, and they just, anything like more than like 30 yards, they just miss. Igwebuike from the Buccaneers. What's he going to get? Oh, he gets an easy one. It's a 30. That's a 47-yarder. 54. That is a 35. And we already know 35 is no good. That is no good. So Igwebuike, going to try it again. 16. It's a 7, and it is no good. And we're going to lose another one. Igwebuike. He's out. Chris Jackie. He might win this just because everybody else doesn't. So Mike Lansford. Oh, it's a kicking it from the 34. It's a 51-yarder from Mike Lansford. 43. That's a 34. That's an F9. That's no good. Next. 32. That is going to be no good. 41, and he is gone. Mike Lansford. Will someone challenge Chris Jackie? Rich Carlos is up next from the Vikings. He's going to kick it from the 36. It's a 53-yarder. 25. That has a chance. It's a 5. It's good from 31 and in. It is no good from 36. Carlos got his, what do you call it? Mulligan. I should know. I golf. 65. That's a 19, and a 19 is no good. Wow. So, Rich Carlos, he's out. Maybe it's just the 1989 cards that are bad. I don't know. Norm Johnson's next from Seattle. Come on, Norm. Somebody needs to challenge Chris Jackie. And it's going to be 30, so it's going to be a 47-yarder. 42 for Norm. That's a 19, and we know that a 19 is no good. But we're going to try it again. 16. 16 is a 42, and a 42 is also no good. Norm Johnson. See ya. That is so many no. I mean, that is. I don't know. Okay, wait. Hold on. Where did I leave off? Was it Treadwell? Was it? I mean, look at all these guys in a row. I know at least this Strupsy. These are all these guys in a row are no good. Like I haven't had a good since Jackie, and he went first. Unbelievable. This is doing nothing but confirming my how bad kickers are in 1989. Let's bring up Eddie Murray, though. Eddie Murray is solid. Detroit Lions. 7. Oh, God. It's a 37. It's a 54-yarder for Eddie Murray. 51 is a 5, and we know 5 is no good. It's good from 31 and in. But he's not good. Second chance. Oh, a 22. It's a 39. 39 is good from 35, but he's at 37. He is at 37. So he is no good, and Eddie Murray is gone. Sorry, Eddie Murray. Off to Kevin Butler. There's your lone man standing still, Chris Jackie. Eddie Murray's going to kick it from the 32. That's a 49-yarder. Surely Kevin Butler can make that. 42 is a 19, and we know that a 19 is no good. Yes, it is. So let's kick it again. He's got his mulligan. 61, and guess what? It's a 19. And we're going to say goodbye to Kevin Butler. This is actually becoming comical to me now. Jeff Jager. It's a 3. 33. That's a 49-yarder, right? No, that's a 50-yarder for Jeff Jager. Come on, Jeff. 45. 45 is a 20, and a 20 is no good. Second chance. 21. That is a 7, and a 7 is no good. And I'll see you later, Jeff Jager. Over to Dean Biasucci. Dean Biasucci, he is 27 years old. He went to Western Carolina. I'm just trying to give you some stats to try to make this a little more interesting because everybody's missing. Must be a really windy day at I don't know, Warren G. Harding High School Field, which is 20 minutes that way or whatever. Here we go. Oh, wrong one. We got to roll for a distance first. Oh, we're going to get a low one, 31. So Biasucci, he's going to get a 48-yard field goal. 41, though. That's a 9. That's no good. Oops. And 52. 56. 56 is a 41, and that is no good. And we're going to lose Dean Biasucci. What do we got left here? We got 4 left to try to challenge Chris Jackie. We're going to go to Scott Norwood, the underdog, the guy who needs a win, you know? So let's see what Scott Norwood gets. He gets a 3. So it's going to be a 50-yard field goal for Scotty Norwood. The wind has died down. The University of James Madison band was playing for him, and now they've died down. Everything is set up for Scott Norwood. And it's a 23. And that's a 23. And that is wide left. Scott Norwood misses it to the left, but he's got a mulligan. 56, 41, and he misses wide right this time, and Scott Norwood is out. And then there were 3. We got 3 guys left, AFC players. We've got the great Pat Leahy, the old man. He's on the sideline. He knows he can do this. I mean, he just put his teeth in. They wheeled him over there. He got up, and now he's going to kick a field goal from 50 yards. He's kicking it. It's a 3. He's going to kick it from 50 yards, the 33-yard line. 62. It's a 9, and he's going to miss. So now it's time to kick again for Pat Leahy. 64 this time. That's a 19, and that's no good. And Pat Leahy from State Louis. Not even St. Louis. State Louis. I think that was probably a state back when he was born, you know, before we got to 50. All right, you're out. Pete Stoyanovich, one of the remaining 2 players that can challenge Chris Jackie of the Green Bay Packers. Oh, it's a long one. It's a 54-yarder as he's kicking it from the 27. Stoyanovich, a 22. That's a 38. And that is good from 35, but he's at the 37. It's no good. Gonna try again. 56. I'm not feeling confident. 42 is no good. Stoyanovich. I said 5 people would surprise me. We only may have 1 guy make it out of this round, and he didn't have a mulligan. But we are on to Chris Barr, the final competitor, the oldest of the siblings, the San Diego Charger. I believe he was a Raider for a while, but he is a San Diego Charger. And he has 2 chances to make a field goal. From how far? Oh, he gets a 0. He's got the easy one. It's a 47-yarder. Come on, Chris Barr. 31. 31 is a 5. And a 5 is good from 31 and in, and he's at the 30. So it's going to be Chris Jackie versus Chris Barr. Battle of the Chris's. He still has his mulligan. All right, it's UTEP, Texas El Paso versus Penn State. It's 23-year-old Chris Jackie versus 36-year-old Chris Barr. It's young versus old. It's I don't know, AFC versus. I'm trying to make this exciting here. I'm trying to build this up a little bit. We're going to start with Chris Jackie. He has no mulligans left. Here we go. Oh wait. Before I do that, we are moving to the long round now. We are in round 6. This is where it's a 57-yard field goal to begin with. There's no way these guys make it. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna roll for Jackie, and he gets a 7. So this is too far for anybody. In fact, there's not a good. Oh, there's a good number. I'm not gonna see if he has it on his card. He doesn't. But it's gonna be a 57. Right? He's at the 47. No, it's a 64-yard field goal. Let's get the formality out of the way. 60. Oh, wait. Is it really a 66? Oh, my God. It's an 18. And it is good from 40, but he is at 47. It is no good. But he's still in the contest because Chris Barr has 2 chances to make one. His is from the 44-yard line. It's a 61-yarder. He's got 2 chances. Come on, Chris Barr. 56, and it is a 22, and that is no good. And it's 62, that is a 42, and that is no good. So both kickers move to the next round. Jackie and neither of them have their mulligan, so it's just whoever makes one first. We're going to go back to round 5. So this is going to be back to the 30-yard line as our base. And for Chris Jackie, we're going to add 2, and it's going to be a 49-yard field goal. 65, 19. We know 19 isn't good. It's not. So he's out. But Chris Barr has to make his. 3. That's going to be from the 43. It's a 60. I'm sorry, from the 33. It's a 50-yard field goal. 26 for the win. 19 is no good. So we'll start it again. Chris Jackie is first. It's going to be a short one. Oh, he gets the 31-yard line. It's a 48-yard field goal for the Green Bay kicker. 31, that's a 5. And it's good. It's good from 31, and he's at the 31, and Chris Jackie goes nuts. The Packers fans that traveled to Warren G. Harding High School are going crazy right now. And I'll tell you what, most of this stadium is Green Bay fans. We're going to go to the Chargers now, and Chris Barr. He's got 1 chance to make it. Here it is. It's a 5. He's at the 35. It's a 52-yarder. 52-yarder for Chris Barr. And here it is. 66! It's good! Wait. Wow. It's good from 35 in, and he's at the 35. So both of them get through this round, and we do it again. No Chargers fans travel to this. That's why they moved. But Green Bay fans let down big time. So let's do it again. All right. Oh, this is a long one for Chris Jackie this time. It's a 7. It's a 54-yard field goal, kicking it from the 37-yard line. 25. 25 is a 5. It's no good. So all Chris Barr has to do is make his. It's a 3. He's kicking it from the 33. It's a 50-yarder. 24. 24 is a 19, and a 19 is no good. So we move on. We go into extra innings, 4, and we're back to Chris Jackie. Oh, it's a long one. He's kicking it from the 37-yard line. It's a 54-yarder. 66 again. 18. And 18 is good. He makes a 54-yarder. Chris Jackie really wants to win this thing. But Chris Barr has a chance. Chris Barr of the San Diego Chargers. It's the same distance. It's a 7. It's a 7 for Chris Barr. It's 54 yards. Kicking it from the 37. Here it is. 61. It's a 19, and that is no good. And we're going to say goodbye to Chris Barr, and we're going to congratulate Chris Jackie of the Green Bay Packers for winning the first annual 1989 field goal contest. Thank you, everybody, for watching. That was actually a lot of fun, and I will talk to you all next time.